Welcome to Everyday Reviews. We're here in beautiful Seoul, Korea to check out one of the most highly anticipated vehicles for 2024 and what could be one of the best-selling vehicles for Hyundai. It's the 5th generation Hyundai Santa Fe. Okay, just look at it. You know what? Is it a Santa Fe? They could have named it anything, actually. In over 2 decades in automotive media, I swear, it's hard to even remember a time when there's been a new redesign that is just this different. Look at this. It looks nothing like the current generation Santa Fe. I'm gonna get out of the picture so you can have a better look at it. You know, it is longer by about 1.5 inches, but it definitely looks longer than that because of its boxy shape. Some have called it the Korean Defender. You know what? When we look inside and just look closer, the only thing it resembles a Defender really is it's very, very boxy, but the styling wise, wow, they have done a number on this. The wheelbase has been extended by about 1.5 inches. The vehicle is taller now, and check this out. They even have, there's this handle here where you press it in and you can use it as a handle for, let's say, climbing up onto the top. Maybe you want to put some kayaks or your bicycle up there. That's kind of handy. I love this green. They have all different colors. Nice, cool colors, actually, not just your usual blacks, grays, and whites for sure. On the side, you have 18-inch wheels standard, but you can go all the way up to 21-inch wheels. Now there's going to be even a more rugged version of this. That's the XRT. It was unveiled as a concept. Well, it's coming to North America only, unfortunately, at the same time as this, which will be early next year in 2024. Okay, looking at the front. Love the H treatment. There are H's everywhere hidden amongst this vehicle. We're gonna show you a few of them, but I'm not gonna show all of them to you, but they're embedded right into the headlamps. Also, when we get in the back, you'll see you have this light signature, and there's these tiny little dots. It kind of is a little bit reminiscent of like the IONIQ 5 with the matrix style, except it's just a little bit different pattern. Really, really like it, but look how flat it is here. These are active air shutters right here. Very, very flat. Believe it or not, this has better aerodynamic or drag coefficient than the outgoing model, which looks a lot more round. So I don't know what they did, but it works. Not everything can be perfect though. This does have the proximity key and the power folding mirrors. We can just tap that to lock the doors, in go the mirrors, and if we want to open it, we can just grab the door handle. Pretty simple. Lock it again. However, that proximity does not apply for the rear doors, and that's just a little bit of a pet peeve of mine for a vehicle in this category, especially the top trim. I feel like they should have it for the back doors as well. It's not a deal breaker. You can just do the front and then open the back. All right, onto the back. A lot going on here. Some say it's a little bit polarizing. We'll get to that in a second. On the top, we have the lip spoiler, integrated third brake light, integrated camera. This is equipped with the rear view display as well. And this is the part that some people are, you know, talking about. It is the taillights. They're mounted fairly low on here. So before we get to that though, you know, you do have the Santa Fe that goes straight across here. Looks pretty good. Very clean design, very boxy, but look at the size of this opening. Now the reason why these are so low, it was because of the design of this rear hatch. Now, standard is a power liftgate with the hands-free option on all Santa Fe's. That's a big, big plus. And here's another interesting thing. When they designed this Santa Fe, they started with the cargo area first and worked around it. That's how important they thought it was. You know, this is like a family vehicle, it's an adventure vehicle, and cargo is everything in that. So you'll see here, I have my 31-liter bag and a large computer bag here. This is how much room there is behind the third row, which, by the way, is also standard. So you can have an additional 2 people right there, standard third row. If you want to fold them down, the third row, they're are remote buttons for the second row if you want to fold them down as well. Once you fold all the seats down, it's completely flat. Now we have the 2 captain seats on the second row. If you have the bench seat, it still folds flat. So if you were camping, for instance, put a mattress down here. You could fully sleep in here. I'm not touching anything right here. Here you go. You can sleep in a Santa Fe. Now be aware, this power liftgate is big. So you will need, you need some decent room to open this. So be careful if you're in a tight parking spot at home or in an underground parking lot, you're gonna need that area. But the bonus is, because it's so big, just think of these scenarios. You are going to watch your kids at soccer, for instance, or you're going scuba diving or snowboarding, and you wanna get ready, you wanna set up. You're gonna sit here, you're fully covered. It's like having your own roof. The only thing that there's no walls here, and you can change your boots, do what you need, nice and comfortable. And if you put that third row down, you have even more room. So they really did think about this for the end user, which I really, really enjoy. Where to start on the interior of this new Santa Fe? I'm telling you, wow. It resembles nothing like the outgoing Santa Fe or anything in the Hyundai lineup in general. So right up front, first of all, standard dual 12.3-inch screens on a curved display. You have a fingerprint scanner now, so you can apply your driver profile to it. Also, you can get phone as a key or digital key 2, version 2 on here, so you don't even need to carry a key fob, and you can just use that. Or you can put your phone onto the wireless charging pad, which that's where the NFC sensors are. Now this comes with 2 15-watt wireless chargers now, right in the front center. Really nice, and it has a nice rubber pad, so it doesn't move too much. I really like that. This console, it's quite striking, big. You have actual dials for your HVAC controls, your volume knob, and all of your multimedia. You can actually just hit buttons. Love that. Drive mode buttons. I like the finish on these buttons is a brushed, like satin finish. Very nicely done as well. And you have large cup holders that'll hold 32-ounce drinks in each cup holder. Now the middle glove box here, it is a dual functioning glove box. So up here, someone in the back wants to grab something, it flips up in the back as well. How cool is that? Onto the passenger side here, you actually have, flip this up. This area here has a UV antibacterial cleaning area. You can just hit that UVC button and you put your devices there. It's gonna clean them up for you. You have this cubby area where you can put your phone and the glove box. I really like how they designed the handle for the glove box. It's integrated really nicely with that satin chrome on each side, and just pull that down. Good size glove box for sure. So good storage here as well. Underneath the console, you have this bridge style console and lots of room because you have the shift-by-wire shifter here. In front of us, we have a very clean looking steering wheel. It's leather, it's heated. By the way, this is the calligraphy trim, so we do get heated and ventilated seats in the front, heated seats in the back. As well, the front row gets relaxation seats. Hit the button, and it's going to go forward. What's it gonna do? And it's going to recline for me. And there is a footrest. Very similar to what we have on our IONIQ 5, except this is for both seats. So not just the driver gets that. Obviously, you're not gonna use that while you're driving, and it's just gonna go right back. We have 2 memory settings, and we have a ergo motion seat. Kind of like a semi-massaging seat. It just moves around a little bit. It gets the blood going. Auto up and down windows. Families will like this, especially kids in the back, because when you roll that back window down, it goes all the way down, not halfway or anything like some SUVs do. And that's the beauty of having a boxy shape, big doors for those windows to go in. We also get dual sunroofs, one in the front and one in the rear. The rear is just a panel roof. It doesn't open, but it does have a power shade. So this infotainment system is the latest one from Hyundai. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto comes standard with this now. That's a big, big plus. And that allows you to use those wireless charging pads because you don't have to plug anything in. So anyways, this is a big, well, you know, it's not a large vehicle, but it's very, very large in utility. And that means you're gonna probably carry passengers. Let's go sit in the back. Okay, open this big wide door. We're in the second row. Now, you can get this, once again, as a 6 or 7 passenger. If you go to the top of the line calligraphy that we have here, it's a 6 passenger, so you get the captain's seats for the second row. That is for North America. In other markets, we actually did see calligraphy with a bench seat. I wish you could get that in North America because a lot of people want the top of the line, but they want that extra capability with that extra person. So lots of good room here. Now you get a really good view. There's so much glass around here, and you have kind of a stadium type of seating back here. You ride a little higher than the front seats, so you're not like looking around. You can see everything. It's like great, great sight lines in here. Lots of leg room, tons of knee room here, and this seat is set to where I would be actually sitting. It could actually go way further forward if I needed it to. Utility-wise, we have seat back pockets. We have hooks here for jackets as well. You have USBs on the side of the front seat, so easy to get at. There's those H patterns that we talked about in the seat. In the actual B-pillars for the air vents, there are H's there. On the doors, we have the heated seats on this one here, but lots of drink holders, 3 drink holders per side on here. You have a slide out drawer. We mentioned that front console that we can put stuff and access to. And on this one, we can control the front seat from the back with the, I call them like valet controls if you were using this for car service or something. And now these seats here, they slide forward and back, which is nice, but you have power adjustments for recline. So they don't have the relaxation mode as the front does, but it's still very, very comfortable here. Now note, there is a small little hump in the middle for the drivetrain, but it's very, very minimal. It's maybe like an inch high, so that's not a big deal at all. And these headrests actually have kind of wings on the side of them. You can pull them a little bit and hold your head in, almost like an airplane. Now, one thing that I really am kind of a little bit disappointed in with this, especially with the top model, this Santa Fe is not equipped with tri-zone heating. So you do not have heating controls for the rear. You do have a fan control for the third row, but in the second row, you don't have heating control, individual heating control. There is no air vent in the center, only on the B-pillars only. I would imagine there may be some air vents on the floor, perhaps, but yeah, you know, it's been cold here in Korea. It's actually it's below 0, and I rode in the back here for a while. I had no issue with heat at all, so I don't know if that's an issue or not, but it is nice to have your own control. Now again, in the back, you can go through the middle, or you can just press the easy fold seat, hit the button, and it tilts, and it's power. But the entrance to it is not overly big. Easiest way is to take a step there first and then in. You get 2 seats back here. So we can raise this headrest up though. There we go. Yeah, so you can sit back here, 2 adults. It's actually fairly decent. Headroom, this is how much room. That's really, really good. Remember, this is not a large SUV or crossover. It's kind of in the intermediate size here. You have once again, good visibility even for the third row passengers with this additional window back here. You have air vents on each side. You have the control for the fan on the right side, USBs on both sides, 2 cup holders. You have a coat hook as well. You have your individual light. I believe I can recline, get more headroom if I wanted to. So this is where my head is right now. I'm almost 5'11", and yeah, it's really airy, lots of room, and yeah, I just have to keep on, pushing this to you that this is not, this is not a large full-size SUV, and this comes standard. So who are the competitors in this class? Well, you would say the Toyota Highlander, not the Grand Highlander, but the regular Highlander, maybe the Ford Edge, the Kia Sorento. Those will all be similar vehicles. And yeah, maybe even, like something like the Mitsubishi Outlander, which is smaller, much smaller than this. On that one, I do like the Outlander, especially the PHEV. That one, you don't get this type of headroom in here. And that's, thankfully, with that boxy shape, boxy is good because it gives you a lot of room for everything. Your cargo, your people, yeah, it's all good for cargo. So anyways, let's wrap it up. All right, there's our first look at the brand new 5th generation Santa Fe. What do you think? Leave a comment below and make sure like and subscribe and hit that bell notification, because on part 2 of this video, we're gonna show you what it's like to drive, how it handles, all the goodies inside it, as well as the different power plants and the transmission options on here and our final thoughts on it. So make sure you don't wanna miss that. Till next time, hope to see you in the next video. Ciao.